Well, it's time to get those phones out and open up your camera because we have a QR code coming your way. Today on Design Time with Tri-City Furniture, you can scan the code right on your screen as you watch to get linked directly to more information about today's topic. Check it out.
Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It is time now for Design Time. I am here with Kathy Kilborn at Tri-City Furniture in Auburn. Thank you, Kathy, for inviting us in your store today.
Well, thank you.
Good to see you. So we're talking about fabrics on sofas. Now they're typically one solid color?
Well, yes, when fabrics and sofas became imports, we found that the import manufacturers, and the fabrics went to an import as well. They used to be always American. They went to importing, and the import companies could actually not make a consistent fabric or a consistent pattern. And anyone who sews realizes that pattern repeats are very important if you're going to make something line up. So in the old days, we had plaids and stripes, and you had to make sure that that line occurred over the sofa and down the front, or it looked really bad. And so what we found were these import companies could not make these repeats, so what do? They went to solid. And you thought maybe it was a new trend,
right,
but it was really because they couldn't make the fabrics and keep the colors consistent.
Kathy, are we seeing sofas move away from solid colors now?
Yes, in the old days, again, people had sofas and they'd be prints like this,
right,
and they would say, it looks just as good 30 years later. You don't see any fabric soiling or anything. Well, most of that was because you couldn't see it. It was hidden into the print. When we moved to solids, now we see everything. And so now we're seeing fabrics move to smaller texture. So this is a heavier texture here, has a navy and black. So it does help to hide a little bit more. But I've brought some fabrics here that are some different kind of textures. And we're really seeing these move back into sofas because they're still somewhat plain, but they allow more hiding power. And that, to me, is probably the best thing because of maintenance, that day-to-day maintenance. We don't want to keep picking up lint and crumbs and the soil, the cat hair. So we're trying to hide it, not just eliminate it.
Yeah. So are we seeing more sofas? Are there any with like floral prints or stripes?
Yes, American manufacturers have always continued to make prints, and I usually have one or two that are striped or a floral, and when people see it, they love a floral, they always want it. But we're just seeing them in the American manufacturing. Nothing that's imported is going to make that kind of a print yet.
Are we going to go back to the printed?
I really see that people do not want to maintain their stuff, so the more texture, then the more hiding power. And I do see a lot of people moving with heavier design. The actual florals or plaids, I'm thinking probably will not come back because people still like to work around something that's plain and add pillows or an area rug or a piece of art. Easier for change. I think that people get tired of things. We don't keep things. Like my grandparents had the same sofa forever, but we're not like that. We don't keep it for 40 years. We might keep it for 12 to 15, and then we want to change. Solid sofas are going to be a little easier to have flexibility.
I love it. Okay, well, thank you for your valuable tips today, Kathy. And thank you for watching this edition of Design Time.